recordings in YouTube, right? Till Friday, the recordings will be available in YouTube. From next Monday onwards, all recordings will be there in the Google Drive. Okay. Yeah. So if anybody is not done the subscription, please do the subscription and also please share to your friends as well. Okay. Fine. So let's start our session. So friends, yesterday we have seen that how to install that Node.js, and also we have installed that Microsoft Visual Studio Code. These two we have installed, and we have seen that how to create workspaces and how to create a project or folders. Inside that folders are projects, how we create a files, okay, how we save the workspaces, how to open that existing workspaces, okay, how to execute that JavaScript or TypeScript commands. Also, we have seen that. So what is that command we use to run your JavaScript or TypeScript commands? What is the command we use? Can you please tell me, anyone? What is the command we use? Node. Yes or no? Node. And give that the test name. Friends, if you would like to execute any test, any Java tester, the extension is .js and .ts. JS stands for JavaScript files. TS stands for TypeScript files. When you're running in a command line, we have to give node test name .js or ts, which is by default executes without giving extension, which has to give mandate. Can you please tell me to execute your
Java does not require
yes.
extension and test script required extension.
Yes. For to run your test script files,
Yes.
we have to give the extension .ts, and whereas for running the JavaScript by default, no need to give that. Just a file name enough. No need to give the extension. That's what we see in the last class. Today, I'm going to be demonstrate how to install that Playwright. So we haven't installed Playwright, friends. Just we added the extension. Yes or no? Just we added the extension. As you know that this is the VS Code editor. There we can see left side some Explorer section, search section, and GitHub source control section, and debugging section, and extension section, and testing section. These are the things are available. As you know that Explorer is one of that section where we have seen that here we can see all the projects, all the workspaces will be available in the Explorer section. Okay. And whereas this is the extension also, we have seen that after installing that Node.js and VS Code, we have went through the extensions section, and where we have installed some of the features. Like we have installed that okay, Playwright VS Code, and also Java. I think okay, night I have uninstalled. Okay, fine. And also we have to install that Java also. Just search with Java script. These two we have installed extensions in yesterday. Okay. So here JavaScript, I'm clicking on install. So these two extensions as so far we have installed. Okay. To go back extensions. Yeah, close this. Yeah, we can see installed. Here we can see JavaScript ES6 code snippets. This extension we installed yesterday. The same thing I did right now in front of you because it was missed. And Playwright extension. Copilot is coming by default. Okay, by default is coming like this. All the installed extensions where we did physically, and these are the recommended, and these are the MCP servers. These are the recommended extensions. These are the MCP server extensions. So if you want any, you can also install while going and selecting this one, or by searching in the filter section also, we can install either of that, recommended or MCP, what it is. Whatever you install will be comes under install section. Okay, fine. We just had a Playwright test for VS Code extension only we added in the VS Code. We haven't installed any of this Playwright first of all. Okay, let's try to install Playwright in your VS Code. Okay, fine. We can install Playwright in two ways. One is through VS Code extension. Another is through NPM command. through command line using the npm statement command, we can install. In either of the ways, we can install the Playwright. Okay, so let's try to go to the Explorer window. Friends, as you know that we must first to install the Playwright in your VS Code. First, we must have a workspace and project, or at least project also is enough, which is nothing but folder. Okay, so already you must create one folder in that Explorer window, or okay, or from here also we can go and open the folder. Also, we can do any of the way we can do that. Okay, so I am going with the open folder. I'm saying that. So okay, let's try to create one folder here. New folder project, and I'm saying that. So and click on select folder. As everyone knows that, so in a one window or one instance of VS Code, only one folder will be exist. Yes or no? If you want multiple folders to be in my VS Code instance, means what? All these folders must keep in a one workspace. Yesterday we have seen that. Yes or no? Yes, one instance can hold only one folder or one project. If one more folder we want means another instance you can maintain. There we can create a folder project like this. If you want all the group of folders or projects to be in one instance of VS Code means create a workspace. Under the workspace, we can have multiple projects or folder structures. Okay, fine. Okay, now see here, this is a normal folder. Yesterday we seen in the under folder, we created the files. Okay, we created the files like it take extension dot JSON dot ts. We have saved that. Okay, now we are going to be make this folder as a Playwright folder. I want to make this folder as a Playwright folder or Playwright project. I want to make it. So for that, we must install Playwright in your VS Code. That can happen in two ways. One is through extension of the VS Code or through command line using NPM. First, let's try to show you how to install Playwright using the VS Code extension. Yes, after creating the folder in the VS Code, just use the shortcut key Control Shift P. Control command, Shift command, P. Control Shift P. Once I do that, here I can see one greater than symbol prompt is coming there. And here we can see it is suggesting some options here. There we need to select the install Playwright. If these options are not coming, just after this greater than symbol, you just type a install Playwright like this also we can do. And just click on it. Okay, what happens if you don't, if by default greater than symbol is prompting, okay, you accidentally delete that. Can I type manually like this? Install like this? No. That's what greater than symbol is a prompt. From that greater than symbol prompt only, we have to type the install Playwright. Directly the deleting that prompt greater than symbol and trying to type install Playwright, it never install, friends. Here, okay, greater than symbol is must. That's why by default prompt is coming that. Okay, so install Playwright. Just click on it. So here it is asking. Oh, sorry. Install Playwright. And next, here it is asking, as I told you, in Playwright, no need to install the browsers. By default, once you install the Playwright, along with that installation of Playwright, the browsers also getting installed. Chrome, Firefox, WebKit, and any Git you want like this, any JavaScript. See, as of now, by default, it will take a TypeScript as a default spec files. If you want JavaScript also, we can check that, use JavaScript as well. Okay, and what are the defaultly checked? I'm keeping as it is. Okay, just uncheck this one. Just check for Chromium and Firefox and WebKit. WebKit kind of Safari browsers, and Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, and Chromium kind of yes, Microsoft. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Chromium kind of Chrome browsers, Microsoft Edge browsers, all these will come under a family called Chromium. These are the browsers are getting installed while installing that Playwright. So keep as these all these options checked. Okay, I'm checking this Git as of now and clicking on OK. Now, once I click on this OK. Now see, terminal got open to install all my this Playwright project structure by using command npm. Observe here, by default it is taking npm init Playwright at the rate of latest, and these are things getting executed. Yes, browser Chromium, browser Firefox, browser WebKit. This command start initiating to install Playwright under my project 10 folder. So friends, here I'm getting some error. Here I'm getting some error. Okay. Friends, here if we see what is saying that npm error code 1. So npm error path D project Playwright WD project 10. Npm error command failed. Something is failing to install my npm Playwright in npm command. It is saying some error is getting like. So friends, don't worry if you're getting any error. So here we can see left side, we can see some chart is there. If this chart is not visible for you, don't worry. Suppose if this chart is not available, this is called a copilot, friends. Copilot, okay. Hit up copilot helper. So here we can see side to this text box. There we can see one drop down is there. Just click on it. Click on open chart. Click on open chart. There we can see the error is coming over here, right? The error is coming over here. So the work has started from here to up to here error logs. Just copy this and just come to this right side web chat box. Can you please help to install Playwright? Getting, while installing Playwright, getting the below error. Kindly, will you please assist me to resolve the issue? Okay, and after that, give that error prompt what you have copied. Just give that and click on enter. That's it. It will give the resolution. What is that issue while installing? Okay. So let it be. It is reading something and giving some information. See, friends, it is doing something. See here now. I didn't do anything. Yes or no? I didn't do anything. Nothing. So just I got some error. I just given a prompt. I given a prompt and given that error. It got rectified. What you observed here, friends. Earlier we see npm init. Okay, what I copied, I'll paste it in notepad. I'll compare that. What it got resolved. Okay, you can observe there. See, friends. Earlier I copied this command. Now while installing what the command it is taking, let me this also copy. Okay. Okay, this also I'm copying. Let's compare what got different here. Okay. So friends, earlier we can see this is the command npm init Playwright at the rate of latest, and extra we can see hyphen yes hyphen dot hyphen quit. These things are not there here. Observe here. Only this thing is there. Hyphen yes hyphen quit. These two commands got removed in this. Getting remaining everything is same to same is there. Got it? Okay, na? Yeah. This one got removed. Then the command is trying to execute. Okay, na? Fine. Okay. Now, okay, fine. Now it is asking now what the what the scripting language that you would like to install. TypeScript, JavaScript. By default, it takes a TypeScript, right? Okay. So if you want JavaScript, just you click the arrow mark down up arrow like this. Okay. Based on that, it is selecting that scripting language. Okay. First you select that, then click on enter. Then asking what where you put your end-to-end test cases. Friends, Nothing but we'll be creating the files. Spec files we're going to be create. That spec files where we are going to be stored under this test folder, or you want to have one more name. By default, the name of the test will be test only by default. Under the test only, spec files are going to be created. Is that you're going to maintain the same name as a test, or you would like to change it? Asking like, okay, you maintain the same thing like this test. Click on enter and asking add the git actions workflow. Do you want git actions workflow? You want by default true is there. If you want to true means click on Y in your keyboard, and if you don't want means click on N. As of now, I'm clicking on N. Yes. Now it started installing that. See, now we can see under project and left side explorer, the structure of the Playwright folder structure is getting created. The Playwright folder structure is getting creating. It is downloading, friends. It is downloading. So once we can see happy hacking, once we see the happy hacking, now we are good to start writing our Playwright scripts as well. We can execute your developer Playwright scripts. Yeah. Here we can see left side, we can see that some 2 folders and 3 files we can observe under this project 10. Friends, yesterday we have seen how to create workspaces. Under workspaces, how to create projects or folders. Under that, we created the JavaScript files or TypeScript files. But now, today I'm demonstrating how we can install Playwright under this project folders. Just command, just by extension, Control-Shift-P, and we have given that install Playwright, where that we got some issue. That issue, we have taken support from GitHub Copilot. It got rectified, removing some commands and trying to start installing this, all such things. And due to that, some folder structure got created under our folder project 10. Yeah, here 2 folder structures and 4 files are displayed here. Okay, now. So what are all those things? Let me explain one by one. Okay, so let's expand node underscore modules. Friends, here in this, it contains plugins, dependencies. It add dependencies, plugins, everything, libraries. Okay, all these things will be presented in the node underscore module. Default plugins, default libraries, default modules. All such things will be placed under node underscore module folder. There we can see under there are various packages are there in this node underscore module section. One is .bin folder, another is @ Playwright, another is @ type /node, another is Playwright, another is Playwright-core. These are the very much folders we must will be using in our Playwright, friends. @ Playwright, Playwright-core, and @ type /node. These are the 4 built-in libraries of Playwright. These are very much important. In this contains some built-in plugins, built-in modules, okay, dependencies, all will be presented in this folder structures under this node underscore module section. These files will be keep growing in coming days. Dependencies is going to be used from libraries from the here. Okay, all those things. This is a default structure of the Playwright. And next is a test. So friends, once we creating that, once we install in the Playwright, it is asking what is the name of your test. By default, test has come. The same name is coming here. If you don't want to see as a test, you can give your user-defined name while installing that Playwright. Then it could come instead of test, some other name what you provided that is going to be displayed there. But we allowed the same name as a test. That's why I can see the test option here. Just expand it. There we can see that by default, the language it is selected as a TypeScript. See, when installing, you can observe here. What is the default language I have taken? TypeScript. That's why under the test folder, it has generated spec file with the TypeScript. See, any Playwright scripts, we give the file name and dot spec dot extension either TS or JS. By default takes TypeScripts. If you want to create JavaScript files, spec files, yes, physically we can create n number of files under the test folder just by giving file name dot spec dot JS. If I don't give any name, just file name you're giving that, by default it will be taking as a test script files only by default, because while installing we said like to take default files names as a TypeScript. Okay now? Yes. If you next is that dot git ignore. So friends, you know that this project is available in your local system. Various team members will be working in organizations. Various team members working in organizations. So every person is responsible on that same project with different module sets. So end of the day, every code should be accountable, should be pushed into the distributed server. Yes or no? Yes. If any of the files you'd like to ignore to push into GitHub server, such kind of files you can mention in the .git ignore. See, if I go inside to this file, here already Microsoft has given some files to ignore to push into GitHub server, which is nothing but well known. Right now we discussed node underscore modules, because these are the built-in libraries. These are built-in libraries. Okay, these are not supposed to move to the GitHub. The test results. Okay, Playwright reports, blob reports, Playwright cache, Playwright authentication. These are all things Microsoft by default has put here the commands what not to be pushed into GitHub server when user is trying to push into GitHub. Okay, if you want anyone not to be pushed into GitHub, you can also type here giving that commands. Where is the physical path? What file you don't want to push into GitHub? There you can specify here as well. Okay, there's a dot git ignore file. Okay, so first two are the folders and last four are what files. And next is package.log.jsn. To talk about this, so here node underscore module you must understand. Here we can see @ of Playwright type / node Playwright Playwright-core. These are the main key modules in the Playwright. This detailed information and source where this got installed and what is the version or meta information of this node underscore module. A detailed information is presented in the package-log.json file. Here we can see that. Let me show you. Here we can see that. See here, node underscore module. Under that we have what? @ of Playwright. @ of Playwright. So what is the version of this? And resolved means what? From which source this got installed into this my project? All such meta information about these modules of this node underscore module. All meta information is displayed here. And if you can see that. So, and node underscore module / @ of type / node. This meta information is presented over here. And this one. And like this meta information is there. Okay, Playwright, this one, Playwright, and next is Playwright under -core. So meta information of each module under node underscore module will be presented under the package-log.json file. Is everyone getting, friends? Okay. And next is package.json file. Package.json file. Friends, here we can see that meta information of your project. The overview meta information of your project. Name of the project is what? Project 10. What is the version of this project? 1.0.0. Description is not given. If you want, we can provide the description. Okay. And here we can see the dependencies. So we have by default dependencies, 2 dependencies we can see here. And later, if you want to add any dependencies, it will be displayed over in this section. Okay. As of now, we can see @ of Playwright /test. This is the dependency. Once we install, it is coming over here. Once we are installing that Playwright, it is coming this in the dependencies. Without these dependencies, even we cannot create a Playwright scripts, type scripts, or spec programs, or we cannot execute also. Because of this dependency only, we can create and we can run your spec files of the Playwright. Okay. So this information is there. Okay. Meta information of your project, dependencies information of your project. All these things will become under this one. And next, whereas last is what? Playwright.config.ts. This is a configuration file where everyone know worked on Selenium. We have a form.xml is a configuration file where we used to define the profiles, dependencies, or executions, everything we do there, right? The similar way, this is in a Playwright, we can call this is a configuration file, playwright.config.ts. Let's open this. Here we can see that test directory. Here we can set up the test directories from where you have to pick up your spec files. Where are my spec files as of now? In the test folder. Here example.spec.ts by default a spec file is there. Okay, from this test folder only, all the spec files are going to be picked up. If suppose the folder name of test is something name is there. So that we have to mention instead of test, we provide that name of that instead of test, we can provide that. From that, all the spec files are going to be taken. So run test in files in parallel. What is that? Full parallel equal true. What it does? Run test in files in parallel. What are the under test? What are the files we have? If we want to run that files in parallel mode, so full parallel equal to true or false, we can provide here. As I told you, Playwright is not just a tool; it's a framework, inbuilt-in framework. So also forbidden only. So like, and also retries is there. If you want to retry that failed test cases, yes, we can configure here. Here we can see everywhere retries process.env.ci is there. So CI is nothing but if you would like to execute, if you want to retry in a GitHub, like CI nothing but continuous integration, right? In GitHub, you want means that retry for 2 times in GitHub. In local means it given as 0. Suppose you want to retry that failed test cases for 2 times, 3 times. So this is right side part is for local, left side part is for GitHub in GitHub. Okay. By default for GitHub CI, environment CI means to that. And if it is not CI means local, which is we have to give the count here. As after default is 0 is there. Okay. Na? Fine. And next is workers. Friends, how many you want to run parallel? Okay, you are saying parallel true. Okay, parallel mode is on. But how many you want? How many threads you want to run? How many workers you want to run in a parallel? A 2 you want to run at once parallel. A 3 you want to run as a 3 tests you want to run parallel. 4 tests you want to run parallel. That we have to tell that count. So same thing you can run parallel in a GitHub as well in local also. If it is the environment.ci means one I'm saying that one worker means one at once parallel you can run. So in a local means it's undefined. Friends, in terms of the JavaScript, the default value in this is undefined, not zeros. Where in the case of Java, there we can see default value will be the 0, right? In case of integers. For strings, it is null. But whereas in terms to the JavaScript TypeScript, default value is always be the undefined. Anything is not defined with values, it will treat as a undefined. Okay, now make sure that. So in any way configuration CI is there means if it is CI means first argument will take. If it is non-CI, which is local means right side part will be taken. As of now, if I want to run locally parallel 5 threads, I want to run 5 at a time. I want to run parallel, so I must give here as a file like this. Okay, now like this. Suppose I don't want to run parallel in GitHub. Okay, so what I do, I will be keeping this undefined or what it is. We can keep it like. And next is what reporter. So here, as I told you in that demo session, we can have multiple types of reports we can generate through Playwright executions. By default, taking HTML. If you want list type, if you want dot type, line type, GitHub type, JSON, JNet, null, any of these types of reports you would like to display means yes, we can have it just by showing in an array. Square brackets we keep and a single quote HTML, comma, a single quote like JSON like this we're going to be provided. So like this, all these such kind of configurations for your test, how you want to execute, all such things we are going to be configure here, friends. And whereas come to that projects. So here we can see, and also we can see that use. In this use, what we can do, trace is there. Trace is nothing but, see clearly it is mentioned here, collect, trace when retries the failed test. Whenever there is a failure in your test specs, so trace view is collecting all the failure information in manner of screenshots, recording videos, all the such things will be under the trace view. Okay. So when I want to do the trace view on first retry, when we also can retry it. See, once the spec file is running in one shot, I will not decide it's a failure. I want to retry for one time, two time echo based on you configure retry mechanism. So when I want to take a trace view on first retry, it is the argument. See, if we mouse around trace, we can see you can off the trace, we can on the trace, we can off the trace, and we can on the trace. And also we can see on first retry, on all retries, retain on failure, okay, retain on first failure, okay, like these options, arguments are there, we can provide for the trace. Based on you provided, the trace is going to be capture all the things for future debugging purpose too. The trace is very much useful for debugging that after failure of your spec files. It's very, very important. It's a very beautiful feature in the Playwright. Okay, now fine. Next is what? Here only any default timeouts if you want to apply means in this use block only where the trace is there. Here only we give that a default timeout also we are going to be configured. These all things we'll be discussing detailing in the coming sessions. Okay. And whereas come to this project section, as you know that once you install the Playwright, so here this project also will be coming here with all the browsers. So configure projects for major browsers. So friends, once you installing, while installing the Playwright, we have checked that what browsers needs to be installed. We said Chromium, we said Firefox, we said WebKit. So all these comes in under this section project. Okay, if you don't want to execute your spec files, any test spec files, you don't want to execute any of this browser project. So what we can do, we can comment respect to thing block, we can comment it. Excluding that Chromium, it will execute your spec files on using that Firefox and WebKit. All these configurations we can do in this is playwright.config.ts files. So once we install Playwright in your system, you will be noticing that 2 folders and 4 files. Let me recap the things. Node underscore module, which contains various modules of the Playwright, stating that at the rate of Playwright, at the rate of types / node Playwright, Playwright-core. These are the default packages, it contains. Inside these packages, it will contain so many libraries. It contains so many libraries. See example, you can see that, see so many are there, right? See so many libraries are there. If I click on agents, in agents we have so many. Okay. So if we can click on common, we can see JavaScripts. Okay. And come to the Playwright-core. If I expand it, here we can see the libraries. There we can see some. Okay, libraries. These are all the predefined libraries. Okay, types. Okay, TypeScript files. These are all the default libraries. Okay, and next is what? Tests. So these are the test folder where all your test spec files will be fall under this test folder. So default it is taking as TypeScript because while installing that Playwright, I asked to take a default as a TypeScript. That's why by default spec file has taken as a TS only because TypeScript extension is TS. JavaScript is what? JS. Okay, fine. And next is what? .git ignore. So any of the things which you want to ignore, not to send it to the GitHub. So that folders we can specify in the .git ignore file. Whereas package.log.json. So this contains what in the node underscore module. What are the packages are there? Detailed information about these packages of this node underscore module will be placed in this information in this package locker.json. And package.json is nothing but so all the meta information of your project and what are the dependencies are being added so far. So it is showing in this section. And whereas playwright.config.ex. So what to execute, how to execute, when to execute, all such kind of configurations we are going to be managed in this playwright.config.ts. So what test directory you would like to execute. So whether you want to run parallel or not, whether you want to retry, how many times you want to retry. Okay, you are saying that parallel to execute. Okay, how many parallel at once you want to start triggering the executions. Okay, reports. What type of reports that you can make it happen after execution. And trace views when you want to get your trace view. And if you want to apply any thread dot and any wait kind of mechanisms, here also we can make wait. So which browser to execute, which not to execute, everything we are specifying in this configuration.ts file. Is everyone clear? Is everyone clear?
Yeah.
Friends, everything I am giving very clear notes in this, there, friends. So you can also go through that also after this. Okay. So by Monday onwards, I'll share these notes, friends. Okay, not now. By Monday onwards, I'll be sharing this all these notes who are done your payments. Okay. So now let me show you that. Yeah, document as well. So everything is step by step I have given, friends. Okay. Installation of Playwright from Playwright, Node.js, Visual Studio Code, everything, every step by step I have given, friends. Okay, fine. Now, so we can install Playwright in two ways, I said, right? Using the Playwright extension. What is the shortcut we use? Control Shift P. Yes or no? CTRL plus Shift plus P. This is the command. Yes or no? This is the command through we have installed the Playwright. This is the first way. Second way I'm going to be demonstrate, friends. Second way is what? Nothing but yes, using that installing Playwright using the command prompt using the NPM package. What is the NPM package? So NPM init we give the command call playwright at the rate of latest. This is what we have to provide in a command prompt. In a terminal or command prompt, we need to provide this command to get install my playwright. Here, one thing I would like to tell you. Okay, Ravi, we already installed the playwright under the project 10. If I create one more project, will that also contains this playwright installation? Yes. Every folder is treated as a one project. Friends, you know that even in Eclipse, even in the Selenium also, in a workspace, we create so many projects. Every project having their own set of libraries or not. For every project, Java libraries are getting associated. For every project, we have a POM XML. Every project, yes or no? Yes. Same way, every folder is treated as a one project. Every project, we must install the Playwright libraries. So let's try to have it. So I will do one thing. So already project 10 is there. I don't want to delete this one. So what I do, I'll keep this in one workspace. Okay, na? So, okay. Okay, let me remove, no issues. Yeah, let me create one more new folder. Open folder. I'll be creating one separate as a new project 11. Okay, project 11. I'm selecting this. Yeah, project 10 will be removed. Of course, removed means from VS Code is getting removed. Here it will be there. Here it will be there. Where? Here it will be there. So project 10, right? Where it is? Yeah. Yeah, all the files are there. Node underscore modules test. Okay, spec file is right. Yes, in node underscore module, all these files are there, right. Yes, this will be there here. Just only in the VS Code is going to be removed. Okay, fine. Yeah. So project 11 is there. This is empty. Now I want to install my Playwright in my project 11. So now I prefer second approach. First approach is that. So Control Shift P we did, and in a greater than symbol after we have typed the command call install Playwright. The next is asking what you want, browsers you want, that is asking that. Then click on OK. This is the first way of installation the Playwright in your project. Now, I will be showing you that second option to install the Playwright. What is that? Using command, NPM command. Okay, where can I type this NPM command? So you must open a terminal, friends. So if we want to open a terminal, make sure that in two ways I can open terminal. One is in the dot is right. In this, click on terminal. Just click on new terminal. Here terminal is getting opened. Make sure before you install, the prompt is pointing to this current project or not. Yes, project 11. If not, means switch to the corresponding project where you would like to install the Playwright. Then you start the writing the command NPM to install that Playwright libraries into this project. Okay, fine. This is one way of opening the terminal. Another way is, see in the down left corner, we can see the triangle with exclamatory mark. You click on it. In this way also, we can open the terminal. There you click on the terminal. Yes or no? Any of these ways we can open the terminal. Okay. What is the command we use to install that? Means NPM. Init means initialization. We want to initialize the Playwright. That's why init is a keyword. What you want to initialize? Playwright at that of latest version. We are going to give that. Okay. Let's type here. NPM. What is that next? NPM init at the rate of Playwright slash latest. The same thing right given here. Sorry, sorry, like this.
No
So,
need to slash.
yes.
Playwright at the latest.
Playwright at the rate of latest. So click on enter. Friends, same thing it is asked me. Same thing asked me. Yes. So, so here which language you want? TypeScript or JavaScript? I am taking JavaScript and click on enter here. Asking where you put your end-to-end test. So by default, what is the folder name? It will be there. All the spec files will be storing under test folder. Now, what I will do, I will write my folder. My folder. I'm giving my folder something like this. Okay, instead of test, I'm making my folder. Click on enter. So add a Git actions workflow, yes or no? I'm saying no as of now. And install Playwright browsers can be done manually via npx. Yes, true. Yes, manual. Okay, fine. It is installing now. See, friends, the project folder structure is getting generated. So my folder, see, friends, earlier test folder has come, but now it is what taken? My folder, what I have given that. Friends, what the default spec file has taken? TS or JS? JS files. Getting or not? And node underscore module, same are right? Yes. .bin folder and at the rate of Playwright, at the rate of test slash node, Playwright -core like this. All these are the default libraries which are there in the node module. And ignore, .git ignore, same. What are Microsoft ignored the files not to move to the GitHub? They're given here. If you want, you can specify any of these folders. The same package.log.json. So what are that libraries? What are that node underscore modules libraries are there? The detailed information, meta information of each module will be placed here. Package.json, it gives the project meta information and the dependencies which are available. All these will be give information under package.json file. Whereas playwright.config.js, here you know that this will be give all the what to do, how to do, when to execute, all such things, configurations of your projects will be set up over here. Is everyone clear? Second way of installing that Playwright.
Yes.
So everything step by step given here, friends, using Playwright extension. Open the Visual Studio Code, launch VS Code, open the empty folder or create a new folder in the playwright hyphen demo, something like this. That folder I was opened here. The same what I shown, the same thing. First way of installation is what using extensions, which is control plus on control shift P. Then we can install that playwright. This is first way. Okay. Search for the playwright extensions. Okay. And next is what choose the installation. Okay. Choose the installation options. Okay. Here what we can while installing, what the options we can select. Okay. Whether you want JavaScript or TypeScript. Okay. Select that what type you want and choose the folder. Default is test is coming. If you want test, you can make it as test, or if you want to some other name means yes, we have to change and we can run it. Okay. Next is what adding GitHub actions. Whether you want yes or no, you can give that. Install browsers, yes or no. The Chromium, Firefox, WebKit kind of things. And step 5, wait for installation completes. So what happens? NPM init playwright at their greatest. This is the command is going to be executed to install all your project structure. After installation done, please check happy hacking is coming. Then all the 2 folders and 4 files are coming means your playwright has successfully installed in your project. So once we install, how the structure is like this, right? Playwright.config.ts is there. Package.json is there. Package-log.json is there. Node_module is there. Of course, test results, test reports folders also will be there, friends. These are getting created once you execute your spec files, then only playwright reports and test reports are getting generated. As of now, did you see these 2 folders, friends, in your in this folder section? Have you observed? No, right? Test results, playwright reports. These are getting generated under your folder. What are the spec files you are executing? After execution, some results and reports will be coming. Those will be generated as separate folders, like how I shown you like this. Okay, now. So next, yeah. Installation using command as npm package. Okay, create a new folder in VS Code and go to the terminal. Open the terminal in 2 ways I shown you and type a command npm init playwright at the top latest. That's it. Following will be added. These all thing is adding automatically. Yes or no? Yes. Check playwright added. See, once the playwright is added, if you want to check the version, yes, npm playwright -v if it means it is going to be provide the version of it. Okay, let's check there. What is it to use?
NPM playwright version V.
NPM playwright V. Okay, fine. Where is the command? Yes. Yes. So terminal. Yes. Here it is. We go 1 second. This with that top. Yeah. NPM playwright -v. Yeah. 11.6.2 is that taking. Okay, fine.
10.9.3.
Yes. Now, like this, we can see that. Okay. Yeah. Now let's understand the each folder and file structures. Everything is what I said, the same thing. Okay. What I said, the same thing. Everything I explained it, the same thing I explained in this document as well. Playwright config.ts, what is the brain of the playwright? Okay. Which where we can control that browsers, timeouts, parallel executions, reports, screenshots, videos, trace, everything that we can maintain. Okay. So everything detail I have given here, friends, to understand what I explained. The same thing in the notes, it was there. So playwright reports and test results, these are coming. Auto-generated HTML reports. Open using npx playwright show reports. After execution, this command we have to give that. Then any reports is going to be opened. In this, it shows that pass failure and screenshots, videos, trace views, everything will be there in the HTML reports. Okay. Same thing. I'll explain the same. What is all this. Okay, fine. Now let's try to execute this one of that of a spec file which is generated by default by the Playwright. Let's open this example.spec.js. Friends, in Playwright, the test files will be saved as a .spec.js or ts. Okay, na? File name .spec.js or ts. We call as a file names as a spec files. That it can be either JS or TS files. It's called spec files. Okay. Let's open the default generated spec file of my test. Here we can see by default. So this is a file, right? This is a file. Okay. In this my test folder. Under this is called file. Under this file, we can see two tests are available. This is test 1. This is the test 2. Two tests are there. I would like to run this test, friends. I want to run this test. Friends, if you want to run this test, how we can run? Friends, if you observe, for every tester, we can see play button is there. Yes or no? Play button symbol is coming. If in your case, once you do all this process, to run this play symbols, triangle symbols are not displayed in your system, don't worry. What you will do, just open the command prompt, the terminal. There you type the init Playwright once again. Just type init Playwright. If some of the options are not properly enabled, that causes the run icon may not be displayed there. If anybody facing such kind of issues, you're unable to see that to run this. Unable to see to run this means then just in a terminal you type just this command. What I said you, okay, init Playwright. So it will separate all those things, and in few seconds these icons will be appeared in this cite your test. Getting what I'm saying there? If anybody is not able to see these icons, just try to do in the terminal, typing just init Playwright. That's it. Okay, fine. Then we can see that. Okay, now I want to execute this specific test. I want to run this specific test. Directly to the left side to the test, go and click on this icon. This is one way. Okay, now I want on all these tests. You can run another way also, just by clicking on the test icon. Okay, earlier we are in Explorer section. Now we switch to the testing section. There we can see our folder name is what? My folder. In the my folder, my test names has to come. What are my test names? This is a tester. Test name is what? Has a title is a test name. This is one more tester. Get started link is another test name. So two tests we have, friends. These two tests has to display here. It is not coming. It was disabled. Observe here. So what we do, just to make enable under this folder, what is the files is showing with the disabled, you just click on the play icon to get enabled. Then only you can see all these tests under this my folder section. Just click on this play icon. And down we can see make it enable project. And this one also, click on this play icon and click on enable project in the down right corner. See now under my folder, I can see that example.spec.js is there. Under that file, I can see that methods like has title, get started link. Getting or not? Okay, from here also we can run your test. A specific test from this file you want to execute. On that test, click on play button to execute only this has title test. Suppose you would like to execute get started link. Mouse on that, click on play. It is going to be trigger execution only this test. Suppose I want to execute all these two tests. On file level, you click on this run button. So all tests are going to be executed. Is getting everyone? What is the folder? My folder. What is the file? Example.spec.js. What are the methods that we have? Test methods. Has title, get started link. Is everyone getting or not? Everyone getting?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. first let's try to run in this spec file directly individual test. Okay, let's click on run on this play button. Friends, running 3 tests using 2 workers. Why it is running 3 means because we have installed browsers Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit. Yes or no? The same test is running. See now, we can observe here. Okay, I am running one more time. Just wait. 3 passed. Okay, let me run once again. Just observe when I'm running. See, 3 tests is saying that this running for 3 times. Why? Because Chromium, Firefox here. One is done. Chromium. Now Firefox is running. The same test is running one more time with WebKit. Observe here. See, WebKit, Firefox, Chromium. Getting or not? So because why it is showing me is because in a playwright.config.ts here already we have Chromium in the project, Firefox in the project, WebKit in the project. What if I comment? What if I comment them? Okay, I'm commenting the Firefox to till that WebKit. Only it is going to be, one second. Only it's going to be execute in a Chromium only. Okay, let's try to execute one more time. Earlier we see the test got run, has title test got run for 3 times because the tester is run in Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit. Now it will be run only in the Chromium browser. Let's click on this run. Now we can see only one test will come now. See, running one test. And that too Chromium only it will take, okay? As title is executing on Chromium only. Getting everyone clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah. So now next step. So like this, every individual tester we can run like this. Friends, if you want to run, so just open this. So one second. So now if you want to run this one now, so just click on it. Now see which is going to be executed now. Why it is running one? Okay, okay. I didn't save, I think. One second. Let me save the changes in the config spec file. Yes. Where it is? Auto save, right? Yeah, auto save is there. Okay, let me run once again. Why it is running only Chromium? One second, friends. Let me check. Chromium is there, Firefox is there, and WebKit also is there, right? Then why it is not taking this? See, friends, when this folder is there, it changed to my folder, right? Yeah. Suppose if I give test, this which is not there, right? TS test, which is not there. I am trying to execute. So let's try to execute. Is it running? No. Play single is not coming, right? So no. Play symbol is not coming here. Okay. So let's try to change to the virtual one. What is that? My folder. One second. Let's refresh. Yeah, now it's came. Yeah. Now it's came. Yeah. So let's run this. Why only one run is coming? Just a minute. You should run this test for 3 times because the chromium is there. One is coming. Why? Okay, let me comment this. Last start.
Hello, sir. Sir, sorry for interrupt. Can you click on save button? Then you can execute, sir.
No, I already saved. I already saved. Auto save is there. Already auto save is there. Auto save. I already checked that. So anyhow, I'm saving once again for you. WebKit. Let me. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, that's came. Now let's see that. Now only in WebKit has to execute. Let's see. One is running okay now. The two. Yeah, WebKit is running now. Okay, fine, perfect. Now let's uncomment that once again. Ting 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 ting. Yes. Yes. Let's. It is automatically auto save. I kept trying. No need to save. But for your sake, I'm saving this one. And let's try to execute one more time. Just wait. It will load. It will come. It will come. Yeah. Let's click on this. Why only one test is coming? This test has to run for 3 times because chromium, all these things are right. Okay, we'll see that. No issues. Fine. So this is one way of running the test, friends. Another way is what? Here a test is there. Test is there. Test. Just click on test. There I can see some disable is there. Let's click on this enable and enable project. And also make this as enable project. Now we can see under my folder, we can see the spec file. Under spec file, we can see that 2 tests are coming here, friends. So specific tests you want to run, you just click on this. See, now it's running. Oh, here it is running all 3 times here. I don't know why it is not running here. Fine. So I'm running only specific hash title only. It is running on Chromium, Firefox. Here running, right? Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit also will be running shortly. Yeah, WebKit. Getting? Yeah. So now you want on all these 2 test files you want on means under spec file, you just click on play. Now 3 2s 6. See now 6 running. 2 workers. Okay. So Chromium for hash title, get started link. Okay. 2 tests are there. Chromium, these 2 are running now. 2 tests running. Now Firefox, hash title, get started link. Friends, during execution, if you want to stop means control C, we have to that. Control C. That's going to be quit that execution middle. Okay. Fine. So you can run either a specific test while clicking on this tick mark play button, or come to the test under your folder. We can see all those things. Okay, under which test level you can execute, or on spec level also we can execute. Not only execution, friends, we can also debug your test. We can also debug your test. Suppose, say example spec.js. Suppose you want to debug from here. As you know, in a Selenium, you put the breakpoints before you start debugging executions. A similar way, kind here, this step I want debug, just put that double click here to on off. See, red mark is coming bulb on, bulb off, like this kind of coming, right? It's on. Now, once you are in a debug mode, you once hit the breakpoints, you have to run in a debug mode. How we can run in debug mode? Yes, in the test section, under your folder, under your spec, spec level you want to debug, or specific test level you want to debug. Yes, I applied the breakpoint in a test name called has title test. Here I want to debug in this line. So I mouse over on that, and instead of clicking on run test, I prefer to go with what? A debug test. Instead of a run test, I prefer to go with what? A debug test. Just click on it. Just click on it. So it will be run in a debug mode rather in normal mode. So it's starting. It started. It has started. Listening on WS, something like this. So still it started process. Yeah. Now see, in the test we have given playwright.dev. That's why it is open the browser. Okay. And now it was halted in this line breakpoint. Getting in A3, it got stopped. So now we can see some debug options are there. We will discuss in coming sessions how we debug all the things. So we can see continue or step over step into a step out, okay, restart or stop. Whatever it is, we can take actions here. Right? Okay, I'm stopping as of now. So we can either run your test or we can debug your test as well. Is everyone clear getting or not? If you want, you can remove the breakpoints by clicking on the red tick mark. Is everyone clear?
Yeah, actually, hi, this is Amar. Can I speak
Amar.
one? Yeah, actually, this is the first session for me, so I missed the previous sessions. So, shall I get that previous sessions? How to install? I missed that installation process videos.
Yes,
Could you please share those?
yes, Amar. Yeah, understood. We already put this 3 days videos in the YouTube. Till Friday, we are going to be post all the daily class in the YouTube. From Monday
Okay.
onwards, we'll be sharing through GitHub Drive. Through Drive access will be given to you. So as of now, you can search YouTube like at the rate of Qubit A Labs. In
Okay.
YouTube, just search at the rate of Qubit, QUBIT AILABS. I already shared you, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it's there, but I haven't checked that. Okay.
Yes. Please go to that link. Please subscribe. Everyone, I am requesting you. Please subscribe my channel and please watch that recordings. So today's recording also I'll be posting in that YouTube. Till Friday, I'm going to be post there.
Yeah,
I just
thank you.
shared that yesterday. morning
Yes,
in the
sir.
chat.
Yes, sir. Correct. You are correct. That's one only. Okay, na? The last Friday and Saturday and Monday, the 3 classes are posted in the YouTube. Till this coming Friday, I'll be posting the YouTube. From next week's Monday onwards, it'll be in a personal drive. It's going to be shared. Okay, na? So there, yesterday we have seen that how to install that all that player Node.js and all those things I shown in the practical yesterday, and also shown you how to create a JavaScript files and TypeScript files and how to execute using Node command. And we discussed about workspaces and the folder structure and files, all those things yesterday we discussed. Today I'm briefing about that how to install the Playwright in either of the ways and how to execute, how to debug, how discussing about the structure of that Playwright folder. All the things we are discussing today's class. Okay. Yeah. So like this, we can do the running and we can do the debugging, friends. Okay. Now another way also we can run your test, friends. One way is just by placing that on the left side after the test, clicking on this run, it is going to be run. Another way is by clicking on the test section, there under the folder under your spec file, we can see that available test under spec file. As the test level you want to execute or debugger, or spec level you want to run debugger, your wish. Okay. And next is what we can run. We can run through command line. Through command line also we can run it. Okay. So now what I do, Friends, NPX. Here we use NPX. Here we use what? NPX. So I'll show you here. So everything I've given very clearly, friends, to make understand. So first of all, let's understand NPM and NPX differences. First of all, NPM stands for Node Package Manager. Node Package Manager. Using this NPM, what we do? We install the Playwright, manage project dependencies, run the scripts, test, build, starts, all the things. Okay, na? So an example of how to do NPM install or init at the rate of Playwright, like this we are given to install the Playwright. And next is what? NPX in a Playwright. It's a node package executor. That's a NPM is what? The node package manager, where NPX is what? A node package executor. So what it use? Run Playwright commands. If you want to run any Playwright commands, we use NPX rather NPM. For installation and kind of things, we go with NPM. For executing your developer Playwright scripts to execute, we use a NPX. X stands for executor. Run Playwright commands. Execute tools without installing them globally. Run projects local binaries like this. Okay. So let's try to execute how we run this is yes, NPX Playwright test, we give that. Okay. Let's see the command. NPX Playwright and give what a test. So friends, here is the tester, my folder, my where are my tests are presented?
My folder.
Under my folder, right? If I give test means will it work, sir? Let's see.
Throw in.
Let's see. Is working, right? Okay, in my folder, in an example spec file, we have two methods are there, two test methods are there. Each method is running on Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit. Another test also Chromium, WebKit, and Firefox is getting executed. Yes or no? This is what the command we use. Friends, after you run this your test, okay, na? The next it is showing what NPX Playwright show reports. As I told you, for every execution you do, you'll be getting two folders. One is Playwright-report, test-results. These two are come after execution happens. Yes or no? Getting or not? These two folders coming like this. So if you drag this to any of the browser, see here, friends. So here we can see that has title, get started link, both are in Chromium. Has title, get started link, Firefox. Has title, get started link in a WebKit. How much seconds, how many milliseconds it took to execute is giving the time over here. Okay, na? And all pass, fail, flaky, skipped, all this information is giving, friends. Okay, na? So these folders, yeah. Playwright reports and test results, these two will be coming after executions only, these two will come. And also we can open the reports just by giving this command also. What is that? NPX Playwright show-report. Just you type NPX Playwright show-report, enter. It will open in a browser the current execution report. See, it has opened, right? Through command, we can open reports, or through folder section also, we can open your reports. Is everyone clear?
But Ravi,
Hello, sir, one doubt. I have one doubt, sir. Whenever we want reports, we need to write command, or is there any button which is to view the reports?
So we can see, we can write the command, or we can go like this, right? Playwright reports. This file is there. You just open it. Okay. Just I had shown you, right? Dragging to this browser, right? See here. directories. OpenWrite reports. Okay.
And one more question, Ravi. Actually, we have given the folder name is my folder, but when you are executing npx playwright with the test, so is that possible, right?
So as of now, we have only one folder, right?
Correct.
Yes, actually, it should not take. It should give the error. So 1 second, let I will tell you. 1 second, why it is working means why it is working means I'll tell you. While giving this command, why it is not a bug, why it is running also, I'll tell you. So playwright.config.js is there. Here, if you see here, in configuration, what is the folder name I given here?
My
My
folder.
folder.
Yes, even if I give that test there, it is directly taking what? My folder. Getting? Suppose,
Irrespective of name, it is
okay, I'll tell you. Physically, we have my folder. I'm changing it as a test. As earlier, what we see that default name as a test, I'm keeping like, okay, na? Okay, na? Okay, now I'm saying this, and now, okay, just a minute. So let Control C to quit this, yeah? Control C. Yes, yeah. Now let's try to run that. What is the command we use? NPX
playwright.
Playwright.
Playwright. I'm giving what test now? Actually, this is not the right test. Okay, figure test. Okay. So in the configuration, we are giving test as a folder name. Actually, that is not exist physically. In place of test, what is there? My folder is there. Okay, now let's try to run it. This will give the error. What is saying that? What is saying that?
No
tests were found. In playwright.config.ts, we configured in place of my folder, we given as what? Test. Is that present?
No.
No. It was not present. Getting or not? If I give my folder, now you run this command, will it execute or not?
Executes.
Yes, because in configuration, we have configured from where we have to take my spec files. In this my folder, I said like, from there it is speaking, this is a command. npx playwright test is a command, not test. npx playwright test is a command, that's it. The test is taking from where? From this playwright.config.js test directory, what the folder it has to pick up. From there it is picking that spec file test and being executing. Is everyone getting or not? Nagarjun, I think your doubt got clarified. Yes or no?
I mean, one more question. Like, if I have same for another folder name with a test, so then in that case, which one will execute, my folder or test? Under the same project, if I have another folder,
we can give array of folders here. In a square brackets, we can give number of folders we can give to execute.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see all those things configurations in coming sessions. Okay. Multiple folders we have. Yes, we can keep in an array, square brackets, we can keep dot slash, we can give my folder, dot slash, comma, dot slash, we can give folder 2, dot slash, folder 3, like this we can provide.
Yeah. Got it.
Got it?
Yes.
So one doubt, like suppose in a .js file, we have two play feature state. So if we want to run specific one in multiple browsers, is it possible? Like
come again.
Suppose if, I want to run particular spec in different browsers at the time.
Sorry, sir. Come again once again. Particular
spec means like suppose one play option is there, right?
Yes, we can provide test. After giving test, we give that spec name. Directly after test, we give the spec name. Suppose now example.spec.js is there. Next a sample.spec.js is there. Which is specific file you want run? After the test, you provide the specific file name. Spec file name you have to provide. Like this, n number of specs we can provide after the test. npx space playwright space test space. Now you provide the spec file names.
Okay, once I provide the spec file names, got it. So
the specific
if I want
spec
to
file
run
is only going to be executed.
going to execute. It's in one browser, or it will execute in all the browsers.
It will execute in all the browsers. If you want to execute in specific browser also, we can configure in the command line. I will tell you how to configure this. Suppose while writing command, what you're saying, your desire is a specific file you want to execute. That specific file, that too in specific browser only you want to execute, not all the three. That's what your question, right?
Yeah, I want to execute in all the browsers.
Yes.
For
Yes.
particular
All the
script.
browsers, as specific browser also, we can execute in a command line just by providing which browser you want to execute. We have to set them. I'll show you all those things. Yes, we can do that.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
A specific spec file we can run through command, and specific browser also we can configure to run. Okay, na? So here we can see project is there. In the projects we can see name Chromium, name Firefox, name WebKit is right. Here what we do, npx space playwright space test space give specific file name space project colon, give that what you want. Getting what I'm saying? That this is the command we have to give there. Got it, sir?
Yes.
So we'll see all the things. Just today I'm giving all the overview, friends. Okay. Yes, I'm giving all the overview. So some more commands you're having. See npx playwright test, npx playwright. See, as I told you, a specific test file if you want to run, npx playwright test. Here we give the file name, spec file name we have to provide. Okay, na?
Yeah, okay, sir.
And if you want to release file number you want one, that number also we can give that. Okay, run test in a specific directory. Okay, now? Yeah, so many are there. Tags, all those things. Everything I'll show you, friends. Everything I'll show you. Suppose you want to run in a headed mode or headless mode. If you want on a debug mode. If you want to load the URL, when you want to run code gen, you want to provide the URL. Same thing, everything through command. A lot of commands are there. I'm going to be show you that. By writing command, we can pass the arguments also we can pass. How to pass all those things, I'll show you. Just I'm giving you overview how to install the Playwright in various ways and what is the structure and just how to, in how many ways we can run and how many ways we can debug. Just I'm giving overview today. I hope everyone got the things right. Any confusion? Friends, a sincere request, humble request from my end. So please, everyone, in a YouTube, please go to that and search with the @ of Qubit AI Labs. Okay, @ of Qubit AI Labs. In YouTube, please search with this. You'll be getting my channel. Please subscribe my channel. There you can watch that past 3 days videos. You can watch that. Okay, today's video I'm going to be upload by this end of the day. That this one also you can see then that YouTube channel. Okay, till this Friday the videos are available in the YouTube. From next Monday onwards, so the videos will not be in a YouTube, but will be shared through Google Drive. Okay. Please subscribe and share to your friends to make join for this batch. Okay. Any questions in today's class, friends?
Two of the questions.
Any questions?
One of the person in the chat
Sorry?
box. In one of the person has posted 2 of the questions. So in the chat box.
Okay. Shall we add one own custom file JSON if needed under node module? Node module. No. Node underscore module. So it is a built-in libraries are placed. We should not touch any of these files. Anything you want means in playwright config.js here only we are going to be configuring. In this, if you don't touch any of these files, these are the system libraries. Playwright system libraries. Okay, na? This is one question, right? And next is what? Here test is not a folder. Yes, it is a navigation to directory. So here test is a command. See, npx playwright test is a command to run your scripts. Where to take the spec files to execute means in a playwright config.js already we have given, right? From where we have to take my spec files. Yes or no? Directory I have given that /my folder. Under this folder, how many spec files are there? All spec files it will take. So now as of now, I'm having only one spec file, right? That's why it is taking this one. Suppose under my folder, I have multiple spec files. Suppose see, I'm copying this, and I'm pasting here one more. Example one. Okay. So I have two spec files I'm having in my folder, right? So if I run my command npx playwright test, what happens? So where I configured my, where is that? Where is that? Yeah. So it was my folder under this. How many spec files are there right now? Tell me. How many are there? Two spec files. If I run this, what happens? Two spec files will execute. In each spec file, how many tests are there?
Two.
Two tests. In how many browsers executing? Each test, three browsers. This one, how many? Six. This will be six. Totally 12, right? Yes or no? Yeah. Now let's try to execute this once again. Let me try to execute. See 12 coming, right? Each test, each spec file, we have it two tests. Each test running in three browsers. 3 plus 3, 6. Like this another spec, six browsers. Total 12. Yes or no? If you want a specific spec file among these two, one specific spec file you want to execute means what to do? After test, what we do? We give that file name. That's it. Any of the folder is given. My folder is folder given. Under that, only specific spec file you have to execute means you have to specify after the test. npx playwright test. Give that example1.spec.js like this. That's it. Now it got clear right now.
Sorry, if you do any
DKKR.
changes, then no need of do for any that built-in are not required. I mean, like if you do for Selenium, we need to build, right? If you do any changes before on the script.
Will yeah, for the no, it is not required. Auto save. Yes, auto save I'll keep like auto save. Otherwise, we have to save it, changes.
Yeah, saves okay, but we need to build it right in Selenium kind of thing.
Yes, that's true. Yes, correct.
Okay.
It is not required. That's what is. This is not it's not a tool, it's a framework. Playwright is a framework. Okay. That's what so many features are there in Playwright compared to the Selenium. Okay.
And
So is everyone
where
tell me, sir.
where we can see that all this the previous execution result or any folder or in HTML report kind of things we have run for the example that step.ds we have run for many times, right? Maybe 4 or 5 times, right? So where you can see all that those results, maybe in
Yes.
HTML report
So
or in some other
yes, we
format.
can see we can filter here. Sort by status, sort by location, sort by duration, clear all reports, collapse all tests, view list. We have all those things as filters. Show all failed tests. Show all executed tests. Show all active files only. Show only open files only. Firstly, by kind of giving some kind of regular expressions, we can get that all those things. So by this, we can filter and we can get all those things.
Can you please show them
Okay.
like which are past
Yeah.
in the
So
place
also only execute test. So if I click on this, second, open files only. What is that? One second. Let me. So reports are coming here. Okay. The results in JSON is coming. First, okay. Here it is. Yeah. Test Explorer. Here it will coming, but it's not coming. Why? Okay, my folder. So here we can see that. Example one. Class title. Only failed. Why it's not coming here? It has to come, right? List has to come here. List has to come here. Based on that. So anyhow, I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, it has to come here. Stop this here. Refresh. It will come here only. It is not coming. Something is there. Okay, I'll check and I'll show you later. Okay, na? Tomorrow I'll show you that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
It should come here only. It should come here only. Okay, na? So when I'm filtering, it has to come. It is not coming. Filter is not coming. Why? Only execute a test. No, not coming. Only open files. Open files is coming. Execution is not coming. Why? Show only execute test. Not coming. Okay, tomorrow I'll show you that. Okay, it has to come. It will come here only. Okay, na? Any questions? Any questions? Yes.
Will it override if we execute the same file multiple times? Will it
Yes,
override
of
the previous?
Of course.
If it overrides, then only one file, one report exists, right?
Yeah. See, we can store. See, like in a Selenium also, how we store the reports in various locations, right? We want a past execution reports. We want current reports. We want feature. All these things we want. What we do? We configure in separate locations. Yes or no? As with respect to date and time. Yes. The similar way we can do that. We can store the reports. The specified locations is going to be stored there. Okay. I'll show you all those things. Okay. I'll show you all those things. Don't worry. As of now, it is going to be override. Current, previous, past results is going to be override with the current results. Okay. If we want past results and current results, means we have to specify the path. We have to specify the path. Okay. Hope today's class everyone understood. So tomorrow I'll be discussing about some topics about MCP, because as I promised, this entire week we'll talk about demo only. So daily one topic I'm taking and I'm exploring all the things. Tomorrow I'll be give brief about some MCP servers. Already as lightly I have discussed till day one. What is MCP? It's a controller. What we do with that, all those things. Basic information I've given that. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the MCP server. What is MCP server? What it does? What we do with that? All those things we'll talk. Okay. Tomorrow session. Clear, everyone?
Yeah, thank you all.
Yeah. So
Thank
please,
you.
please subscribe the channel at that of Qubit A Labs. Okay, the YouTube channel. So you'll be getting that notified that videos till this Friday. Okay. Please share to your friends as well. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
If you want
Yeah.
enrollment got started. If you want enrollment, please call to my number. You know that my number 789-331-1818. Okay. Please call to this number and I'll send you the particular details and you can make payment by this Sunday. You please complete. From Monday onwards, who are done the payments only, you'll be receiving that recordings and link, all those things. Okay, na?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Thank you, friends. Thank you very much. So documents will be shared once the payment is done only. You'll get documents. I'll get the assignments, programs, everything will be getting, friends. Okay. Day basis, you'll be getting assignments and MCQ questions also you'll be getting that. As I told you, every in a month, first week of the Saturday, third week of the Saturday, you'll be having the mock interviews. During that 2 weeks, what are the MCQ questions I provided for you by the concept basis? On Saturday, we're going to be have a rehearsals of the mock interviews. Okay. Now, in industry standards got changed, friends. According to the market standards, industry standards, we are going to be handle the interviews from day one onwards. Okay, now please be patient and please do practices. Be regular to the classes because I am giving that every deep concepts I am giving for you, friends. Okay, now we will be enjoying the concepts going coming days. Okay, now. Yeah. Okay, friends, done for today. We'll meet tomorrow with concept MCP server. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
friends.
you.
How it works, the architecture, all these things, overview, I'm going to be providing in tomorrow's class in MCP. Okay, don't miss that. Please call your friends also to join for the tomorrow's class. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a nice day. We'll catch
Thank
up
you.
tomorrow. Same link, same timing. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.